Hey guys, Dr. Small here. I didn't come on here to tell you to wash your hands, nor did I come on here to tell you to give people 6 feet. You already know that. I simply wanted to come on here and remind you that this will be time well spent or it'll be time well wasted. And I hope you choose wisely. So for the past week, I have been writing nonstop because God has really impressed upon my heart this particular topic. And so I've published a new book. Wasn't even planning on it, but for the past week, I had a sense of urgency for it, so here it is. It's titled Single While Quarantine. The reason why I started to write this book, again, I wasn't planning on it, but I was reading a post on Instagram, and a gentleman posted a beautiful picture of him and his family smiling, and then in the caption he wrote, "I really hope you enjoy the company of those you are in quarantine with." And my heart became really sad for a particular group of people. Those who are single and those who are alone. And I said to myself, wow, there are about to be a lot of people who are in quarantine with people that they don't even like, and they live alone. There's gonna be so many people, and I've already read several posts about it and just have talked to a lot of single people about this who are really struggling during this time because it's so uncomfortable for them to sit within their own space. It's so uncomfortable for them just to be present with themselves. And I get it. Our brains are not designed to be in complete isolation. It's unhealthy for us in a long period of time. And so God challenged me to write this book for those who are single while in quarantine, not just to have something to read, but to really challenge yourself to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and relationally, so that at the end of this quarantine, praying that it ends soon, but at the end of this quarantine season, you will come out of it not only a better person for yourself, not only will you come out of this having a better relationship with God, but it is my hope that you will also come out of this experience being more attractive to those that you desire to be with. So I've written a book. I'll show you the image. But here are some of the chapter titles. So it's a 100-page book, right? So the past week I have been writing nonstop. It's 100 pages. It's literally just a Word document. It's 8.5 by 11 format. There's 15 chapters. While there are 15 chapters, some of you guys are like, oh, I have plenty of time. I can read that in one sitting. I actually suggest in the book, don't do that because there's information, there's questions, there's assessments that I want you to work through and not just read through, but actually work through. There's questions about your thoughts, your negative cognitions. There's questions about how you make decisions. There's questions about your past. You know, have you healed from it or not? Those are the determining factors of when you get into a relationship, if you will have a solid relationship or not. So here are some of the chapter titles. Racing Hearts and Minds. I know this is a time, and I was talking to a gentleman who was saying, I'm single and I don't have anyone to talk to. And so his mind literally has been taking over. So I addressed that in one of those chapters. Emotional stability assessment. Like, let's just be honest. Like, are we emotionally stable or not? We need to be honest with ourselves. The disruptive life. Obviously, this is just a complete disruption. A disruption that is an understatement. Are you thirsty? That's a fun one. Clean your house. Ask for the root instead of the fruit. The beauty in isolation. Dealing with dissatisfaction. God hasn't forgotten you. Be still. Don't settle. There's so much more in this book. And so it's available for download. It's very simple. If you just click on the button, click download, you will literally automatically have the book in your hand. So I just pray that during this time, you are not just sitting, twiddling your thumbs, or just scrolling aimlessly and creating more anxiety and depression and worry or getting with quarantine bays. Please don't do that. This is not the time for that. This is the beautiful time to really dig deep into who God says that you are, so that at the end of this, you can say, wow, that was time well spent. Although it does say single while quarantine, this book honestly applies to those who simply are passionate and care about interpersonal growth. If you're like, hey, I just want to become a better person for myself, do not let the title deter you, because this book will apply for you as well. And I know there's an amazing woman on the front with her beautiful eyelashes and her nails, which some of us, we don't look like that right now. I know I just took my bonnet off and did my hair and makeup just for you guys. You're welcome. But although there is a woman on the cover, this book completely applies to guys. Like I said, the chapter that was inspired, Racing Hearts and Minds, was because of a guy who said, I'm sitting with my own thoughts and it's driving me crazy. So this book applies to you as well. If you're a man, this book applies if you're in a relationship. And this especially applies if you are a single person. So I pray that it blesses you. I've also created a Facebook group. I want this to be a time where you have a place, a community to go to and talk about your thoughts, talk about your emotions, your struggles, your stress, talk about your aha moments, talk about the things that God has impressed upon your heart as well. You may be single, but you're definitely not alone in this. So go ahead, download the book, and you can start reading chapter 1 today. And I look forward to seeing you on our Instagram page, Single While Quarantine, as well as our Facebook page, Single While Quarantine. And you can also find us on our website, Single While Quarantine. God bless you guys. It's going to be an amazing, I know it's tough. If we want to look at it from a positive situation, God can use every single thing, the good and the bad, and he turns it, he mixes it all together, and at the end, it's a beautiful product. And I know at the end of this, you, my brother, and my sister are gonna come out an amazing, beautiful tapestry as well. So God bless.